What is going on, everybody? Was it Wednesday? Yeah, happy Wednesday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today we're going to be taking a look at a little bit of collaboration between one of my favorite breweries of all time and a brewery I've never really had any of their beers from, so I'm kind of curious how this little intertwining partnership with this is going to work. So, if you guys all know, Anchorage Brewing Company is probably one of my favorite breweries of all time. They're out of Anchorage, Alaska. They pretty much strive to get locally sourced ingredients when it comes to any of their beers. Anything come out of Alaska, most of the time it's what they're going to use. And they teamed up with Tired Hands Brewing Company. I believe they're out of Pennsylvania. So I'm trying to remember what. Let's look here really quick. Tired Hands Brewing Company is out of Ardmore, Pennsylvania. So if anybody kind of knows where that is, but yeah, they came out with this one called Pie Assassin. It's a hazy IPA. I would consider this like a sessionable hazy IPA that they decided to come out with. I wouldn't have known just looking at this can that this is a collaboration because it says nothing on the can that they collaborated with another brewery on this thing. I found out when I got onto the Untappd page and it says collaboration with Tired Hands. So this is a 6.4% ABV hazy IPA, and it's only a single hopped IPA, which they used 100% Galaxy hops in this. So Galaxy hops definitely brings off a lot of tropical notes, a lot of citrus, a lot of pine. So I would say it's probably one of my favorites when it comes to something to use in an IPA. But it's, like I said, 6.4%, fairly sessionable, I would say. And it's just going to be a nice, easy drinking, juicy, hazy IPA, I think. I'm expecting some really good tropical citrus notes in this. Maybe getting notes of maybe passion fruit or mango going through, just because a lot of the times this hops is grown on the coast kind of areas. I know a big area where Galaxy hops is grown is in Western Australia. So, of course, by the coast, there's always going to bring a little bit a saltwater kind of in the air kind of thing when they're growing the hops. So it brings very, very tropical flavors, which I'm expecting this to be exactly what that is. So I'm excited. So without further ado, let's crack this guy open and see what this thing's all about. I'm expecting a nice, almost bright orange, maybe a nice orange juicy kind of color. Oh yeah, definitely getting the hoppiness coming through. Definitely a slight citrus, but mostly getting that tropical fruit coming in up front. Definitely it's more that hoppier bite for 6.4% that I'm getting on the nose. But overall, yeah, doesn't really smell boozy. Doesn't really have that overly hoppy bite that some IPAs do. But you can definitely tell there's the citrusy notes in there. Like I said before, this isn't putting two different hops together. This is only one hop in here. So, with it only being 100% Galaxy hops, it's going to be very, very concentrated on those flavors that the Galaxy hops produces. So, without further ado, I'm ready to pour this guy and see what this thing's all about. Let's see. Oh yeah, having that bright orange color to it already. Nice kind of white, pillowy head. Not too much of a head though, but definitely has that nice orange juice color that I like. And a nice hazy IPA. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks absolutely delicious. Of course, drinking it out of my Untappd pint glass if you haven't already noticed. Oh yeah, a lot of those tropical fruit notes are starting to come off more. Getting a little bit of a passion fruit kind of note in there. Definitely kind of pillowy soft, almost like a mango in there. Yeah, this smells absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's give this guy a try. So, cheers everybody. Happy Wednesday. Oh yeah, that's good. I was expecting this to kind of have more of a pillowy mouthfeel, but it's right now I'm getting a mix between that oily kind of mouthfeel that you get from some IPAs and a little bit of a juiciness. There's definitely that pillowy kind of soft kind of mouthfeel in there, but the flavors are balancing really well. You get a nice citrus, nice hoppy citrusness up front, getting a little bit of a floral pine kind of to it, to where it's the best way I can describe it's like walking through a forest floor. It's a little bit of dank, resiny kind of situations. Yeah, getting a very, very nice after sweetness that may be coming from the malts, along with kind of having those natural sweeter flavors coming from the hops, having those the notes of mango and passion fruit come out a little bit more, making that sweetness. Yeah, they didn't try to reinvent the wheel with this one, and they just made us an absolutely delicious single hopped IPA, and I think they did a fantastic job. So Anchorage never disappoints really when it comes to beers that they decide to come out with, and knowing that they collaborate with another brewery, to kind of come up with this guy. Yeah, they did a hell of a good job. Yeah, it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. So let's look here on Untappd and see what some of these ratings are. Like I said before, it's 6.4% ABV, and I said that this is easily something that you can probably bring to like a barbecue or something during the summer, where it's fairly sessionable. You can have like maybe 2 of these and still be perfectly fine. And with over 6,086 ratings, this one has an average rating of 4.08 out of 5 on Untappd, which is pretty damn good for being only a 6.4%. Let's see. And let's see if everybody, my friends, let's check this one. And of course, you got my father here who checked this one in back in July, and he gave this a 4 out of 5. So, yeah, pretty damn good. I think I'm getting pretty close to kind of giving it around there as well, just from the first couple sips. So, let's see here. Go into similar beers, because if you can't get your hands on the Pie Assassin from Anchorage or Tired Hands, Tired Hands. Let's see. What can I suggest that might give you a similar note? So I'm going to look for something that, of course, it's going to be single hopped as well, because you're going to want to have, like, if you want to try a good single hop IPA, then it's just something you want. Okay, so this one's brewed with 100% Mosaic, called from New Glory Craft Brewery, and they collaborated with Beer Zombies Brewing Co., and it's called Do You Even Zombie Bro? And this looks like, yep, it's a 8%, 100% Mosaic hops. So, yeah, that might be a close one to that. Let's see. We got one from Other Half Brewing Co. called Dream Gems, which, yeah, I'm not going to really suggest this one because this one has a bunch of freaking hops in there. Let's see. We got the New Hokkaido, which is like, they use brewed with Hokkaido rice and oats and all that kind of stuff, and it's a 10%. But, yeah, that's only... No, we're not going to do that one. Let's see, we got the Xander from Bay Canyon Beer Co., which it's all hazy, all Mosaic. And then we got one called Blue Hill Avenue from Trillium Brewing Company. And that one is, let's see. Swelling, citrus, watery mouthfeel, 8.2%. Let's see. Tangelo juice. No, that's not going to be that one. Ugh. See, it's tough because the two of them, the only ones that they suggested that are single hop beers are the Do You Even Zombie Bro and the Xander. And Mosaic kind of has some similar notes to Galaxy. You're going to get more of like, definitely going to get different flavors in there. Of course, you're going to get that slight citrus coming out of there, but I don't think you're going to get more of those like tropical fruit notes. Sometimes I actually get notes of berries in Mosaic. Well, like a hint of like an unripened strawberry kind of note sometimes. So where this one, Galaxy, just mainly brings off more of like a really nice pininess along with nice citrus and tropical fruit notes that come through with it. So that's going to be tough. So, hell. I mean, I feel like either one of the Xander or the Do You Even Zombie Bro from New Glory would be kind of like a similar thing. It'll kind of give you an idea of what a single hopped IPA is going to taste like. So it's really hard for me to choose between the two. So I'm just going to say both of them might be a nice suggested one. Or you can probably find another beer out there that, if there's anything single hop that's just single hop Galaxy hops, that you might be able to find a similar experience to this. It's definitely going to have those very, very similar flavors and all that kind of stuff. So, but any kind of single hopped IPA is always kind of a nice change of pace, just because nothing's really too complex with them, which is always really nice. Very, very nice. So overall, yeah, this beer is pretty damn delicious. So let's see what people rated this one. I'm curious. So let's see. Like I told you guys, it was a average rating of 4.08, and let's see. My dad gave it a 4. Let's see. This person gave it a 3.75. This person gave it a 3.5. Another 3.75. This person gave it a 4, saying nice change of pace. Purchased it off Tavor. Let's see. This guy gave it a 4. Drank it at the Duck Club. I don't know what the Duck Club is, but more power to you. This person purchased off Tavor, gave it a 3.25. Let's see. Another Tavor purchase. Another 4.25. Let's see, another 4.25 purchased at the Calandro's Supermarket, which is, where's that? Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So you can probably get this Pie Assassin down in Baton Rouge, so that's cool. Let's see, we got a 4 out of 5. Let's see, Drinking at the River's Edge. I don't know where that is. This person gave it a 4.75 out of 5, saying, I love this beer, purchased off Tavor. Well, that's good. If you can find a beer that you absolutely love, sitting there watching TV. Look like you're watching somebody grill. That looks like a fun time. Let's see. This one gave it a 5. Said dead. That's all they said. It purchased at Marcelo's Wine Market, which is in Lafayette, Louisiana. So yeah, I'm seeing the stuff available in Louisiana. That's really cool. And this person gave it a 3.25, saying definitely no pie taste, which I don't think they were trying to get any pie flavors in this. I think they were just making a really cool name. And this, what did he purchase at the? Okay, he purchased this in the Pour Wine and Tap Room in Mesa, Arizona. So yeah, like with it being called Pie Assassin, you're not really getting any flavors of pie in there. So it's like they probably just named it that just for the hell of it. So I'm not really holding that against him. Oh yeah, I will be reviewing that new Hokkaido in the future, Dad. That's very true. But yeah, this is pretty solid. So let's start figuring out what we're gonna be doing for ratings on this guy. Can art. This is definitely something out of the ordinary when it comes to stuff you see from Anchorage with their can art. You always see me post some of their stuff to where it's very intricate, very detailed can art. This one is kind of a letdown, to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest here. I was kind of upset with this Pie Assassin can art. It's just not really much going on. You have like kind of a pie like kind of oozing out of the can. I don't know if they were trying to represent it tasting like pie, because I don't really get it all. If you got like the kind of the crust kind of breaking apart. Of course, you got the pie slices all over the place on this can art. And then, of course, you always can appreciate what Anchorage does with their Pie Assassin kind of thing. I would have loved to see something that on the can showing that they collaborated with Tired Hands. I think that would have been a nice kind of change, because just looking at this can, you would have never known that they collaborated with another brewery to come out with this thing. And you have to find out on Untappd when you check it in that they collaborated with Tired Hands on this thing. So yeah, it's very minimal, very kind of, I don't want to say it's boring for what Anchorage usually does, but it's definitely something that you're not used to seeing from Anchorage. So maybe they kind of just have a change of pace. I'm not too upset about it, but overall, it's like an average can art. I don't know if this would be something that would catch my attention at a liquor store or bottle shop for the can art, just because it just says Pie Assassin. When you look at the Pie Assassin, you would think it's like a kind of a smoothie or a kind of a milkshake IPA. Like a smoothie sour or a milkshake IPA. But when you're just looking at this and it's like just a nice 6.4% IPA, yeah, you don't expect it. But what really kind of brought me to it was because it's Anchorage Brewing Company and knowing how well they make their beers, it kind of caught my attention. It was like, I still want to try this, even though the label isn't something that totally catches my attention or anything like that. It's still something from them that I want to kind of get in my palate, kind of learn what they did with this one, along with seeing what they do when they collaborate with another brewery is always really cool as well. So, yeah, for can art, I'll give it a 3 out of 5, really. It's okay. It's, like I said, not really something that you're used to seeing from Anchorage Brewing Company, which is weird. But let's try to figure out if I got this beer in a flight at Anchorage Brewing Company, or if I went to Tired Hands and got it too, would I get another one? To be honest, yeah, most likely. If I was looking for a nice sessionable hazy IPA to drink, knowing this is 100% Galaxy and kind of bringing off flavors that I do enjoy, yeah, I would most definitely get another one of these. I don't know if it'd be to the point where I bring a 4-pack home, or like kind of bring multiple 4-packs home, because it's, like I said, when there's usually a single hopped IPA, there's not really much they're doing to reinvent the wheel when it comes to how an IPA is supposed to taste. It's a single hopped IPA. You're getting the flavors that hops produces, and that's it. They all, when it comes to mouthfeel, it all depends on how they do with the gravity of the beer and all that kind of stuff. How heavy it is and all that kind of stuff. It's just kind of what they play around with. But overall, nice kind of mixture of oily to kind of pillowy mouthfeel. Great Galaxy hop flavors in this, with the nice mixture of citrus, tropical fruit, and all like that piney, danky, resiny kind of forest floor flavors that you get from it. It's really well balanced when it comes between the three of those. But overall, yeah, very, very nice. So let's start figuring out what my final rating on this guy is going to be. You know what? I'm going to give this one a very, very solid 8 out of 10. It's good. If you enjoy Galaxy hops, you'll definitely enjoy this beer, I think. if you enjoy kind of just a nice sessionable hazy IPA, this will be definitely something that you would probably enjoy drinking. If you're not into like the double or triple IPAs, if you're just looking at something that has hoppy flavors and not too potent, not too boozy, this is definitely one that I would keep an eye out for, to be honest. It definitely hits all those marks of what I'm looking for when it comes to drinking that kind of lighter style of ABV, plus having those pungent kind of hoppy flavors still hit you in the face. So overall, yeah, they did a fantastic job with that. So big shout outs to Anchorage Brewing Company and Tired Hands. They did an absolute fantastic job on this. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it. So thank you everybody for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Of course, if you want to get your hands on any beers from Anchorage Brewing Company or Tired Hands, always going to recommend getting yourself on Savor. They just did a really cool update on their app too, to where, let's just say you're able to get stuff delivered to you and all that stuff. They actually added a follow feature when they display a beer, to where you can click follow, and moving forward, if you have that brewery followed, you will get every beer that drops on Savor from that brewery moving forward, which I think is really cool. I already followed Anchorage for one. Let's see. I know there's a couple other breweries that I follow, just because if I can get my hands on anything from them, I'm going to be pretty excited, because most of their stuff is pretty damn good that I get from them. So overall, yeah, just if you want like a referral link to Tavor, if you don't know if you can get your hands on their stuff, of course, because that is like beer delivery is a little bit iffy depending on what state you live in. Just shoot me a message, shoot me a DM anywhere on social media. I could send you a referral link. It will get you a free $10 to spend on Tavor if you can get stuff delivered to you, and it gives me a free $10 to spend on beer, which I always appreciate. And let's see, last but not least, if you want to see like a social media aspect of beer drinking, always going to recommend getting yourself on Untappd. It's a great platform. You can do it on Android or iPhone. And also, if you don't want to do that, you can use it on the web browser on your computer through desktop. So it's really, really cool. You could check in beers, get badges. Let's see. You could see what people like me, Kentucky, of course, my father. Who else is on there? Duchess, Lee, Not the Real Gerard Butler, Sean and Lizzie, the Typhons, the Angry Hippies themselves. A bunch of people are over on Untappd just checking the beers and having a good time. Plus, you can always see what's local and what's really readily available in your area, what's popular in your area. It's just a really, really cool platform. Of course, that's available on Android or iPhone as well. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. You guys are amazing. And I'm going to end it like I always end it before we get the hell out of here. I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Have a good time with your families tomorrow. It's going to be really fun. And I'm going over to my grandmother's house, so I'm pretty damn excited. And I'm going to end it like I always end it. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I'll see you all next time, people. Cheers.